Okay, you guys. I'm going to hit record and then I'm just going to mute you guys. Or does everyone just mute themselves? Just because it picks up whoever is the loudest. And well, now Christy's. Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna just mute her. Okay, cool. All right, you guys. Well, welcome. It is Tuesday night. Welcome to the Team Do Work call. I'm so excited. I know we kind of played around with this date. I was gonna originally do it on Thursdays. Thursdays are kind of my day. Tuesdays are a little bit harder in the beginning of the week, but Kelly is having an amazing team call on this Thursday at 4:30. And so I want to make sure that you guys have an opportunity to get in on that one as well. She's bringing in a guy and it's going to be a really great call. So anyways, I switched it over. I talked with Christy and Taylor, who are going to help me co-host this call and just kind of talk about all the things. But before we get into it, I really just need to take a picture. So let's go ahead and let's all smile. And let's take our normal picture. Look at the black light, Christy. 1, 3. I'm always looking at the wrong light. Okay, picture is good. Okay, guys, biggest, most congratulations. Christy was not only our top PV earner, but she also hit Success Club 8 this month. She pulled it out in like the last 8 days and just killed it on Success Club. Brought in some new coaches. One of her new coaches is here. She hit top coach of Team Do Work, and I'm just so proud of you. So whoop, 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 whoop. Congratulations, Christy. You are just killing it. I can't wait to see you just continue to rock this business. You're honestly inspiring me, and I know that you're inspiring the rest of the girls on the team, and I just love working with you. So I have to shout you out. You're doing amazing. And also big congratulations. I know Adriana was pushing and didn't quite get Success Club, but she still got on the board, and that's huge, you guys. Like, it's so huge even to just keep pushing and getting on the board. Even if you're not hitting Success Club, you're still helping people, and that's really what our goal is just bringing this to as many people as we can and sharing our journey with them, right? So I just wanted to first say that, and then, someone's calling me. And then I also wanted to quickly just hit a couple dates. So this month is big month for us in Beachbody. You guys have heard it. I've been talking about it. I've basically been cramming it down your throats because I want you guys to remember that this is launch month. So not only is it launch month, but it's just like a month of big things happening. So so 6 weeks to summer is going to start. If you don't have a pen and paper, write it down or grab your phone. 6 weeks to summer is April 19th. My goal and my vision for 6 weeks to summer is for those clients who have been clients of ours, maybe through MBF, maybe from 30 Day Breakaway, maybe people that started a while back and they were offering them a free boot camp, right? Not something that they have to re-sign up for, buy a completion pack for. They don't have to do anything. They can pick their poison, or you can help them pick. So you can offer them 10 rounds, transform 20. You could do a fun hybrid workout, like the same way that Adriana's doing that hybrid thing. Like, you can really get this to be really personable with them, right? So the biggest thing that I want to make sure that you do is go into that at-home gym. We've got almost, I think, over 100 members right now. And I would say start going through it and just see who's in there of yours, and then just reach out to them. Maybe you're good at that. Maybe you connect all the time. I don't know. Maybe you don't, but this is a very, very good opportunity to go back and say, hey, you know what? Let's do this. Let's get a completion pack. You'll get the shakes. You'll get some meal plans. You can get restarted. Let's do 6 weeks to summer and really push for this. And let me help you find a program that works for you. It's always about going back and helping those already that have said yes to you. This is a great way to build your business, and it's a great way to get some volume and to make some commission. And it's also a great way to be like, hey, if you are going to sign up and you're really loving this stuff, you can always sign up as a VIP too, you know? So go back to those people. If you're like, I don't know if I want to push this 6 weeks to summer, this is meant for our at-home gym. So go in there, say hello to some of the clients maybe you haven't for a little bit, and invite them to this program. If they don't want to do that, you can also invite them to the Let's Get Up program. You can be like, hey, there's a brand new program coming out. We're doing a VIP style. You're going to get a free tank top with a completion pack. It's only going to be $130. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be $130 and $160 as our normal is. And so that's a really great opportunity to just kind of reach out, test, feel the water, see where they're at, where are you at right now? Can I help you? Okay. So 6 weeks to summer is April 19th. Let's Get Up is May 3rd. The Let's Get Up program is going to be VIP. That means that they have to purchase it, like have to have purchased it before May 3rd. May 3rd is actually the release date for our regular clientele, right? So technically they could like sign up that day and start with us, but we're not going to share that for a while. Okay. So like, that's only if like you have to kind of thing. Keep it in your head that you are signing VIPs. The VIP, Christy's a great closer on this. So is Taylor. I mean, hats off. You guys are really good at making sure that people understand the value of VIP. You guys have a very great way of just sharing it. I love doing the same thing with these VIP launches. I think they're great. I think it's super fun to be able to say, you're going to get this great tank top, give me your tank top size and all the things. So share all the value that people get. I just had a client message me this morning. She was like, hey, Cass, I did the 14-day free trial with Beachbody. Are you still a coach? Because I want to sign up with you. And I was like, yeah, I'm still a coach. And she was like, okay, I'm going to sign up for the 12 months. It's $9.99. Can I have your Coach ID number? And she sent me a screenshot. And I was like, for $60 more, you can get the shakes, you can get the meal plans and all that stuff. And it took me a little bit of time to kind of, like, I don't mean talk her into it, but I was just like, it makes sense. Like, if you're going to go all in on a program, you might as well go in on all the shakes and everything included. Right. And so, it's somebody that I didn't even know was watching me, didn't even know was even paying attention to me being a Beachbody coach. And I love that she reached out and wanted to do it with me. But guys, like, that doesn't come just because like somebody saw it one time. They see it all the time from me. Everyone, whether they're reading it or not, like, I'm going to be showing up as a Beachbody coach all day long on my social media in different forms, right? And so she knew that she could reach out to me with that. And I love that happened today. So I just encourage you guys to just continue to press on, continue to stay consistent. I'm really trying to give you guys some pointers and tips in the Team Do Work page every week, every couple days kind of thing. So I really hope that you take those, share them, take them in, and really go for it in this business. Guys, we are still doing Sweaty Saturdays. Those have been really fun. I love them. I really, really hope that you guys, even in that reach out to your at-home gym members right now, you could even add that in. Like, hey, these are a couple things that I'm doing this month. I'd love to have you. Sweaty Saturdays are one of them. I think a lot of people think that Sweaty Saturdays, you have to do the program with each other or something weird, but we're not. We're all just hitting play. And so make sure to reiterate that, because I think a lot of women would have more fun if they thought that it was going to be like a fun thing, right? So Sweaty Saturdays, guys, the daily power hours. Okay. Every day at 3:30, I'm just having a standard Monday through Thursday, 3:30. It seems to be a good time of the day that works for me and my family. But even if it doesn't work for you, say your time is 10:30. Set your timer on your head, on your phone. Maybe you set your own Zoom link just so you like have that reminder. Or maybe like Christy and Taylor, maybe you guys are like 10:30 works better for me, but me, Christy, and Nettie are like 3:30 works better for us. You guys could still go at 10:30 and meet together, right? So find an accountability buddy to really help you through those. Who here, just raise your hand, knows that when you guys are doing the power hours with somebody, it goes a little bit better in your business. Yes, right? I know. Nettie, power hours, you get together with us. We go through the checklist together. It's so much fun. It's so important. I swear if you do it in an hour, you're not doing 3 to 5 all day long. Like, I swear it. So you guys, like, get in on it. April's the month where we should be hitting record numbers in our team. And I see big things for us. And this is the month that if you're going to push now, right? Two of you guys we have like a secret in with Shaun T. Like there is no reason that our team isn't just like smashing goals this month, right? So, let's get up. Let's just talk all the things. I am pumped for this program. I'm in a lot of other groups and I've heard so much like on this dance program. And I have been the whole time just like, you guys are crazy. This is going to be so much fun. And then I got in my head a little bit and I was like, you really aren't a good dancer, right? And I was like, you really aren't. Like, you're not a dancer, Cassie. And I tried a couple of his like hip hop abs or like hip hop things. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this is going to be so hard for me. But I had to change my mindset. And I feel like this is something for everyone to take in. And it's something that we heard on the National Wake Up Call, was just changing your mindset on it. Like, guys, if you want to be serious about a program, that's fine. Be serious. Be serious with 9-Week Control Freak. Take that ish, kill it, be super serious. And then if you're in, then roll into some having fun with Shaun T. Not every program has to be so serious. And not every program has to be serious to get a good workout. Like, guys, I'm watching our team members hit 400 to 500 calories in 30 minutes. Like, are you kidding me? Like, this isn't just like a little dance workout. I think it's going to be amazing. And so I've brought on our two coaches that smash their goals. They're success starters in our business, which means that they hit Success Club 3 months consecutively. They brought on new coaches. They're both Emerald coaches, both pushing for time. And Christy's really, really close. Taylor is like two feet behind her. It's amazing. They got invited to this Let's Get Up promo workout group. They have to do homework. They get to share about it. I'm just so excited for you guys, and I'm so happy you guys just said yes to getting on this call with me. So this Let's Get Up program, the things that I know about it, and I know this because Taylor told me, but it is 5 weeks long. It is 6 days a week. It incorporates dance, insanity moves, weightlifting. I hear it's a lot of fun. There's lots of laughs. Taylor posted a thing today, said that she was supposed to wear her favorite shirt. I love stuff like that, you guys. Like, this is the thing that I'm talking about with this program. This program is meant, I love it. This program is meant for your heart. I think that this program is meant to lift your spirits. Don't think that this program was meant to just like, it wasn't something he just tossed together. I think he put his heart and his soul into it, and I'm really, really proud, and I'm really excited to do this with our team. So let's get started. I have asked these girls some questions, so they've had to do a little bit of homework. We're going to go interview style. So I'm going to ask Taylor a question. She's going to give us her feedback on it, and then I'm going to ask Christy, and then we're just going to kind of go back and forth here. And so the first question that I think most people kind of are wondering, Taylor, is like, how are the days like? Like, we know how when we start like 9-Week Control Freak, we get in and we have a warm up, and then we have a AMRAP, and then we have a strength section, then we have a thing. Like, how are the days sectioned off here? And are they different on dance days versus weight days? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make sure you unmute. And there we go. Okay, so what do you think? What are the days like, Taylor?
Okay, so first, I originally told you it's a 30-day program, and I thought that meant 6 days a week. I thought that meant it was 5 weeks, but I just looked at the calendar, and it looks like it is actually 4 weeks plus like 2 days.
Okay.
Uh-oh, it's telling me my connection's unstable. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, so it's 4 weeks plus 2 days. So the first 2 days is like, the first day is the sample workout. The second day is like a intro kind of deal. And then you jump into the 4 weeks.
Okay.
So then on the day-to-day, basically the structure is the same every day. So of the 6 days that you're working out, 2 of them are weights days, weights workouts, and 4 of them are dances. every single dance is completely different and unique in this program. You never repeat the dances. And a lot of the moves you don't even repeat. I don't know how he comes up with all of these moves. It's so fun.
Yeah.
And then the 2 weight days, there's basically 4 different weight routines. So you do the first 2 the first week, and the third week you repeat them. And then the second 2 the second week, and the fourth week.
Okay.
So the idea is he wants you to go up in weights the third week and the fourth week when you're repeating those weights workouts.
Okay.
But like I said, the structure is the same every time. So you're going to start with, every time you start with, it's like a 3-minute warm-up.
Mm-hmm.
The warm-ups are completely different and unique. Every single one has been completely different, which I love, because some programs have the same warm-up and you can kind of predict. And then sometimes I would find myself kind of like half-assing a warm-up a little bit, because you know what's coming up and you're like, oh, I don't really want to do that today. So you kind of like, meh. But this, he keeps it different every single time. So you have a 3-minute warm-up. Then he goes into 3 minutes of toning and tightening. So it's basically like a bunch of, you're still kind of warming up your muscles, but you're toning and tightening them in preparation for this dance, right? Or the weights. So in the toning and tightening, you're doing a lot of lunges, you're doing a lot of squats. The first part of it, he's, doing a lot of pulsing. So you're kind of up and down a lot. And that's the toning part. And then he goes into the tightening part where you don't pulse. So you go from doing like a pulsing lunge to a pulsing squat to a pulsing lunge to a pulsing squat. And then towards the end of the toning and tightening part, you're doing lunge, squat, lunge, squat. You're not like bouncing at all. So that's kind of the tightening part. So you have a 3-minute warm-up, 3-minute toning and tightening. Then you get in, if it's a dance workout, you get into learning your choreography. So basically the choreography, every time it's 8 sets of moves. And so you'll go into, he teaches you the first 4 sets, he strings them together, and then he'll teach you the second 4 sets. So he focuses, the first 4 sets, you have like 5 minutes, and he basically walks you through each move. I think you string them all together, and I think you repeat them 4 times. And at first, he has you do each move, like he'll do move number 1, and he'll do it like 8 times. And then you do move number 2 8 times, then move number 3 8 times, then move number 4 8 times. Then you circle back. You don't take a break. You circle back and you do move number 1 4 times, then move number 2 4 times, then move number 3 4 times, then move number 4. Then you circle back and you do 2 2 2 2. And so you're slowly like, you've learned the moves in the beginning, 8 counts, right? And then you're shorter and shorter, and you're stringing them together. So then you have your first 4 moves, 2 2 2 2, right? So that's 5 minutes of that. Then you do that for the second set of 4 moves, 5 minutes of that. So he's not making you learn all 8 parts, basically all strung together at once, which would be a little overwhelming. He breaks it down. And I thought that would be pretty challenging, but I found it to be actually a lot easier, especially the format that he presents it in, and doing from 8 to 4 to 2 to 2. It just, I don't know, it flows. So you have 5 minutes basically of the first part, 5 minutes of the second part. Then he goes into his insanity. So every single workout has insanity. And I think it's like 4 or 5 minutes, something like that. And he does, his insanity moves. And it's 3 rounds. The same thing. I don't know how many moves, Christy, I never count how many things we're actually doing during that, but you do it all the way through 3 whole times. Then you go into stringing the 2 choreographies together. So now you're doing all 8 sets of moves together, and he starts slow. The first round is slow to kind of like refresh your memory and like string them all together. And then it speeds up, and you basically do it, I think, like 5 times. And you just keep going through. And then there's a cool down at the very end that's like 3-ish minutes or something. So the whole thing altogether is 30-ish minutes. It's never been longer than like 34 minutes. But that's the general format. So then on the weights days, instead of the choreography, it's there's 8 sets of weight moves. And he does basically the same format with the choreography, but you're doing your weights. So you're doing the first 4 sets of weights moves, and then the second 4 sets of weight moves. And then at the end, he strings them all together and you do all 8.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love that. It sounds so fun. And I love the like smaller increments. I think that that's so cool. I'm glad to hear that he kind of breaks up the dance and then you put it together at the end. And then I think it's going to be soup. Yeah.
You know what? I've found myself so many times actually just at the end when he puts the dance together and you're doing all 8 counts.
Yeah.
We do it like 5 times, but I find myself actually doing it even more than that because I just want to nail it at that point. I'm like, I'm so close. I need to do this. And so I end up doing it like maybe 7, 8, 9 times just because it's fun. Like you keep going. Sometimes you might mess up and you're a little hard on yourself. So you want to go another round and you're like, I got this. And it's just really fun.
Oh my gosh. I love it. I love the format. I think that that's super cool. Thank you. Thank you for sharing the format. I always like to kind of know what I'm getting myself into. And like, I like being able to tell people. It's super important because people, I love to share the format of 9-Week Control Freak. I tell people all the time, I'm like, you do a warm up. It's broken into like 4 sections, a warm up, a workout, strength, cardio, done, you know? And I love that we are able to actually share this with people. So guys, a way to share this is like, guys, you don't have to learn the whole dance at once, like maybe he's done in the past. You learn it in increments. There's also fun insanity mixed in, and then he takes it slow and gets it fast. So that's great. Thank you, Taylor. Okay, Christy. So your question that I was asking is like, what type of dancing is it? I've seen you guys do some different stuff. I've seen a little bit of like, it felt like we were doing like, but I know it wasn't that, but it was like stuff like that. And so like, what kind of dancing has, the jive and like, is this the jive? I don't even know. I just say so.
Hand jive.
But okay, so what type of dancing, what has been your favorite dance so far? Taylor kind of already said, we don't repeat the dances, I believe. So tell me what kind of dancing is it? Tell us.
So every day seems to be a little bit of a different theme. So he's had disco theme. He's had show, what is that? You know, like a Showtime kind of theme. He's had contemporary dance. He's had Latin dancing, which really reminded me a lot of Zumba kind of moves. What else? He has hip hop, a little bit of hip hop. He's got every time it seems like it's a different dance. You don't repeat the same. My favorite dance has to be the disco one. It was pretty fun. Like you're doing like this, and you know, it's just like he is so silly throughout the whole workout, and he's like shaking his booty in the camera, and you know, it's just like he's not taking it serious. You're not like frustrated, you know, like, oh, I can't get this move. It's just fun. It's like he just wants you to have fun and make sure you're moving your body. And he's like, if you don't get it this way, just make sure you're doing it like this, you know. And so far I've had a blast with every single one we've done. It's been really fun.
Awesome. Taylor, what's your favorite dance that you've done so far?
Honestly, I had a lot of fun with the swing dance. That was the other day. Well, in our test group, he doesn't do it in the right order. So we actually don't, well, we have the calendar, so we do know, but it's not in the same order. So I don't know when the swing dance, I haven't looked at when it comes in the program, but it's so fun.
Oh, that's awesome. Cool. I'm excited. I think it's so cool that he's doing different dances, and I know his energy, and I can already tell. I already feel like the stuff I've seen. I'm like, oh, I can only imagine how outrageous he's being in that camera right now.
Yeah. I've had like a you know, a crappy day and I'm like, oh, I got to go down and do this thing. And I don't really want to. I'm not in the mood to dance, you know, and I get down there and I turn it on. And within 5 minutes, I'm like laughing and smiling and just being like full crazy on, you know, no one's watching you. That's the best part.
Yeah.
You're not in a Zumba class with 30 other women who are looking at like who's the best dancer in here. You're by yourself doing this workout. You can go wild and crazy. No one's going to see you. You could miss a step. It doesn't matter as long as you're like having fun. And that's what he's trying to promote the whole time.
I think that's a great point, you guys. And that's a great point when you guys are trying to convey this message to people, like that maybe have tried Zumba and they're like, I've already done Zumba, I don't like it or something. You can be like, yeah, but you did Zumba in front of a bunch of people. You can do Zumba at your house by yourself. Everybody likes to dance. Like they like to dance. At least even
like
they might not like to dance in front of people, you know?
Yep. It's like singing in your shower or your car, you know, like there's no way in heck I'm going to ever sing in front of a bunch of people, but in my car, I'm going to like sing it out.
Exactly. I love it. All right, Taylor. So I've seen some stuff on your posts, and if you guys haven't followed Taylor or Christy yet, do it because they are posting and sharing. And when they share this for you guys, this is meant for you to use as promotion. Like if you want to find out how to use it as a promotional piece, go check out my page because I have been check out Taylor and I'm like blah 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 blah. Christy's been a little busy. I think she hasn't tagged me in things lately, but Taylor, I'm like, please keep tagging me because I'm using it. And so if she does tag you or you want her to tag you because you want to use her stuff as like promotional, like you actually can see a real person doing this. Sometimes we use the promotional pieces of people that are really good dancers doing this. And not that Taylor's not, she is a great dancer, but she's a real woman, real mom with a real kid bouncing in the back dancing. And that is a message that so many people can relate to rather than that like super stick, you know, tanned hot chica that we saw on National Wake Up Call yesterday, like dancing. Like she is not as relatable as like this gorgeous mom that's dancing and showing us how she really does it. And I love that. So if you haven't yet asked Taylor to tag you, ask her. So Taylor, I've seen you doing weights. How heavy of weights do we need? Because people are going to ask me this. People are going to need to know like what size weight. So what size? What are we going for?
Okay. So I've been doing this whole program with 10s. And to put it in perspective, 9-week Control Freak, a lot of the moves I was using 15s. Some of them I was even using 20s. So they say that they recommend dumbbells between 3 and 12 pounds. And you don't put them down when you're doing the actual weight parts, you don't put them down. So you can have other weights like on hand, but you don't have time to switch them out. So you want to start low, like 5s maybe even, and work up to it. And like I said earlier, the idea is in those other weeks that you're repeating the weights, the idea is you're going up in weight. So I would recommend people starting with 5s or 8s even, because the first weeks I did it with 10s, and that was pretty ambitious because these weights are no joke. The moves that he comes up with, I'm like you said, Cassie, the other day in your story I saw, I haven't seen these moves ever, and they're fun. They're still to a beat. You still feel like you're dancing, but you're lifting weights, and he just makes it so fun. So yeah, you're not putting them down.
Okay, that's good to know. I think that's a lot of time people are like, they always think that they need these heavy weights. And so you think like 5 to 8 to 10. If you've been working out, like we've been working out, a lot of us have gone through 9-week Control Freak, things like that, that 10s are even ambitious. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you. Christy, your turn. Okay. Is it hard to follow the dance moves?
I did dance in high school, but it's literally been like 20 years since high school. But I feel like he repeats the same moves. There's only 8 moves, I think it was. And you repeat it, and he breaks it up in sections, and you repeat that one dance move so many times throughout the whole 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then like when you come off the insanity portion and you start the whole choreography of putting them all together, you start off really slow in that first putting them all in the row, and it kind of helps everything like kind of come together. And then you speed it up, and then you speed it up the next time, and then you speed it up, and then he tells you on the last one to just wild out, like go for it, shake your body, do as crazy as you can, and he starts going for it too. So I haven't had any problems following it. I know that there's a modifier, so if you're like not sure of how hard you can go, there's also someone right next to him showing you a kind of lower impact move, you know, instead of the times where we're jumping all over, jump, 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 she's kind of stepping. So if you have problems with your knees or your joints or anything, stuff like that, she's really easy to follow. So it's nice. I don't think it's hard to follow at all. The dance moves are repeated so many times before you actually put them all together. And then you also have that little window that pops up about 5 seconds before you start the next move that shows you exactly what you're doing. So I forget what they call it, but the little window pops up and she's a girl dancing and she shows you exactly what the next move is, always throughout the workout. So what was it, Taylor?
I love that.
Cameo.
Everybody froze. What was it called?
Cameo.
Yes, there you go. She pops up in the window, like at the bottom of the screen, and she shows you the next move. So as you're doing, because you always repeat the move at least twice, during that second time you're repeating that move, she's showing you what the next move is. Okay. So it's really kind of cool.
That's so
easy
great
to follow. Like that's like one of my favorite parts of the whole thing is I don't have to remember what the next move is because she's going to show me exactly what it is.
That's kind of what I was wondering, if they had something like that. That's so fun. Do they have and that just pops up on the screen no matter what. You don't have to hit a button for that. Now, in 9 Week Control Freak, we have a modifier button. Does he have a modifier button in this program or no?
I'm not sure. I haven't heard if he has a modifier button, but I know she's like right next to him on the stage in front every time.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen a modifier button, but we also haven't really done many that are the final cut. We're really doing the rough cuts of them.
Yeah.
And so the format is everything's going to be basically the same, but they need to touch up the color and put the cameo in. We actually had one workout they had us do without the cameo. And so I have zero dance background. I'm like you, Cassie. I boogie. I can shake my booty, but I have never been a fan of actual choreographed dance. And to go back to that question that you asked, Christy, I haven't really had a problem learning his dance steps. That's what I was worried about. I thought that I would like really, really struggle with that. And like Christy said, he breaks it down, and maybe at first you're kind of like, not really getting it, but then it's so repetitive that I haven't had a problem. My sister's done a few of the dances with me, and I can't even tell you how hilarious, like at first we'll be like trying the move and we'll just be cracking up because we have no idea what we're doing. But then by the end of it, we're nailing it. And it's like so cool. But so we had to do this one, and they didn't put the cameo on yet. And, we had to basically do it all by memory. And that was definitely a little bit harder. We still got it, which was insane. I really shocked myself with that one. That was crazy that we remembered it. But having that cameo is everything. She's amazing. It's so cool. It's so good.
I love it. Yeah. I love it so much. I think that's such a great selling point too for so many people, because like the people like us that aren't really into that whole, like, haven't done that kind of background, it's really like, I've always been so jealous of my best friend who just can dance. She can just do the dances. And I'm like, man, that's so cool. I'm just not like that. And I love having the idea that somebody else is going to be there showing me the next move. I think that's so cool. So with this, I'm going to ask you guys both the same question, and whoever wants to start can start. But what would be one thing that you want to share with our team, or that you feel like people need to know about this program, so we can just share that with the people who we are going to share this program with? Like, we're going to invite people to it. We don't know what we're inviting to because we've never done it, but you guys do. So tell us one thing that's just like, if your heart could tell us just like why somebody should do this program, tell me why. Taylor, go.
It's just fun. I mean, that's literally, it is so much fun. I was so intimidated by it when I got invited to this test group. I almost really didn't want to do it because it was intimidating. I don't know how to dance, or I didn't think I did. And then you get in there and you're doing these moves and you're laughing and you're just having so much fun. And for me, it came at a perfect time in my life where that's exactly what I needed. And kind of like you, Cassie, like I've really taken my fitness very seriously in the past. And it was kind of just time for something fun. And I can't tell you that the energy that Shanti brings and the passion that he put into this program and these workouts, it's just, it's just fun. I think everybody should have a little fun. You can even supplement it with another program if you want to, but you really don't need to. I've never sweated more in a program than like my mom the other day was over and she's like, oh my God, you're so sweaty, like way more sweaty than 9-week Control Freak, way more sweaty than MBF. It's unbelievable. And I'm, counting these burning calories. It's always like between 3 and 400 calories. It's just crazy.
That's so awesome. I love it. I love that. And that's what I keep telling people. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing yet, but I know it's going to be fun. So that's awesome. Thank you. And you know what, Chris, the only way I know that, Taylor and Christy, is because I've been watching you guys do it. And it really just looks like you guys are having a great time. So
it is. And like my mom the other day, she was watching and she have gotten better. Like, you're actually a better dancer. I want to do this program again. Like, I think it should be a 60-day program because it's so that one that we did without the cameo, we redid then with the cameo. So we kind of we got to do it twice. And the second time around, I was better. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, if this was a 60-day program and you repeat the dances, it would be so fun to see how far you've come,
I love
It'll make you a better dancer for sure.
So you're saying I'll have new moves for my energized dance party?
Oh yeah.
Because they're all the same dance party every day. Love it. Okay, Christy, you go. What is one thing that you could share about this program? If you could tell us anything, what would it be?
I would say Shanti's energy is just like contagious. It doesn't matter what mood you're in, whether you feel like working out, whether you don't, as long as you push play, you're going to have fun. You're going to work up a sweat for sure. You're going to get your heart rate going. You're going to learn dance moves. You're going to have a blast while doing it. And I think that, his energy is just like nothing else. He is like silly. He has a bunch of he like turns around. And he's like, I'm going to show you what you want. He's shaking his booty in the camera for you all the time. And he goes to all the different girls at some point, during the dance moves and has them show out what they can do. And it's just a good time, the whole thing.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, girls. I really, really appreciate you guys helping us learn more about this program and sharing it with our team and sharing your guys' journey. It's just been so fun to watch, and I can't wait to do it. I hope you guys are going to do it again on May 3rd with us. I think it's going to be a great program. Guys, we are just gonna hit it home. Make sure to reach out to people, talk to people about this program. You might not feel like you know what you're talking about yet. No one does, but I can guarantee that we have an in here that a lot of teams don't have. A lot of teams on our team, Team Hard Hitters, don't have. And we should be just smashing these goals. Christy and Taylor, this should be a record month for you guys. You are the expert. Share your journey. Get out there. I hope that if we have questions, we can call you guys if we need to. And I'm just so excited for our team and where we're headed. Sign those coaches. Get this VIP going. Let's get these t-shirts going. I am just so excited. I hope that we all just slay this month because that's what it's all about. So you guys, I love you all. And does anybody have anything else to say? I'm going to stop recording. And